This is the one Ford takes to the racetracks. You know, this Torino GT must have been a better idea because it picked up a bundle of checkered flags. When the new 71s came off the assembly line, the changes were very slight. But then, of course, when you've got a winner, you don't hurry back to the drawing boards. We, however, do feel that the performance on this new model is better. But I'll tell you what, judge it for yourself.
You're looking at it, a real, honest-to-goodness supercar in 1971. Apparently, no one told Ford about smog emission, high insurance premiums, and the new legislation-sponsored safety laws. Somewhere, I heard that the supercar is dead. But at Ford Motor, it's very much alive. We got the tester we wanted, 429 cubic inch engine, 370 horses, heavy-duty suspension, and without all the accessories that add all the power. When we fired it up to the acceleration runs, it was great to feel the muscle. We had 30 miles an hour in 3.4 seconds. We felt that these runs would have been considerably better with F60-15 tires. Our tester had the standard G70-14. 45 miles an hour took 5.4 seconds. We had the standard 350-to-1 rear axle ratio. The optional 391 or 430 would have made a big difference in the ETs, but as it was, it still made 60 miles an hour in 7 seconds flat. Making the Torino go was obviously the prime consideration. Making it stop seemed almost like an afterthought. This showed up in the braking tests. We had 11.3-inch discs in the front with 10-inch drums in the rear. The brakes began to fade on this 50-mile-an-hour stop, and it measured 96 feet. On this 70-mile-an-hour panic stop, the brakes were hot, pedal fade very noticeable, rear axle hop was prevalent, and quite a bit of correction was necessary to keep it in a straight line. We ate up 204 feet. In the pylon runs, the car felt strong and massive. It seemed to stay flat as our driver pushed through the cones at over 50 miles an hour. This is where the heavy-duty suspension really pays off. Rebound and recovery, excellent. With all the parts hot and really working, we took the Torino out on the track and turned it loose. That 429-inch hauler up front made it possible to bring it through the turns with accelerator, power on, and rubber smoking in a four-wheel drift. For a while, it felt like 1969, when the supercar was king. They employ heavy-duty independent coil springs, shocks, and torsion bars up front, with heavy-duty leaf springs and shocks in the rear. Axle hop was quite noticeable in hard, high-speed cornering. This was probably due to the rear suspension being poorly located. Stiffer shocks could have made the difference, especially in rear end control. They seemed to be too soft for the spring rates. In all of our cornering, there was a lot of tire squeal and horn honking. Do you suppose they'll ever get rid of that rim blow steering wheel? While there were several changes we liked, testing the Torino Cobra was still fun. And it did prove one thing. The muscle car is still alive.